Okay, what's up, everybody? I've now tuned into my Basketball Wives recap. So let's do our little shout outs. Greg Blanchard was like, Tami always want to try to control what someone calls her or how someone is saying something to her, but she is so disrespectful in interaction. And you know what? Yeah, that's actually so true. It's like she does things, but she doesn't like it being done to her. Like she can say whatever she wants to say because that's her mouth, but don't come talking to her crazy. You can never get by in life like that. I mean, honey, child. I mean, but it's entertaining though. It's good for reality TV, but in the real world, it's not so good. But I feel like she knows how to act around certain people. I feel like she picks and chooses her battles. But I mean, I don't really know how she is in business. But according to the little things that I've seen, it seemed like she know how to talk in certain situations. And Marsha Alberson was like, Jacki is bipolar, and no, it's not that cold in Los Angeles. Because I was wondering, because there's a lot of shows I be seeing where people have on these long coats, girl, and they be looking like they bungled up. They be having their fur on and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, I would have thought this was New York, but I guess it's all just for fashion. It's so they can slay on Instagram and take some nice pictures and things like that and have different clothes on. But they know they burning up inside. Their underarms are probably mad sweaty. They can't even take off that jacket because it's so sweaty up under there. All right, let's talk about this. So Evelyn and Tami, they're hanging out now. They're like cool peoples now. They're like, I wouldn't say besties, but they're pretty darn close to it at the moment, or at least that's what it appears to be. They went out shopping. They do speak to Shaunie, and Shaunie lets them know that Jacki's feeling some type of way, and they need to have like a little sit down and kind of talk to her because she's feeling a little jealous or some type of way about this newfound friendship that they have. I know that was kind of weird, but yeah, I like to look at my wax shop. I be looking to see if what's up in there. You never know. So Tami has her hair tucked away. No, not actually. No, it wasn't Tami. It was Jacki that had her hair tucked away. She put the silverware away, and she was just being so extra, so dramatic, like they just about to come punch in her face or they about to come throw stuff. I mean, what Evelyn did throwing the bottle, that was how many years ago? I mean, she looks like a whole different person and a lot older, and she claims she's wiser and much more calm now. So I mean, to be honest, you can still get pushed to that point if somebody pisses you off enough. But you try to maintain your composure, especially as you age. You don't want to be catching no heart attacks out here just because you want to be proving a point. So yeah, she was putting all that stuff away, talking about I hope they like paper plates and plastic plates because she ain't trying to get hurt with none of these stuff out here because everybody crazy. As soon as the girls come in, Evelyn and Tami, because they walked in together, she had that look on her face, and she's like, okay, so let's just fight. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Tami, like, literally laughed in her face, like, you are doing the most right now. But at the end of this whole little conversation that they had, Jacki ends up apologizing. And I'm just like, yeah, that's classic Jacki. Of course she's going to apologize, whether she was right or wrong. I mean, in this case, I feel like there were a lot of things that she was wrong about. But whether she was right or wrong, she's usually the first one to apologize and shed tears and just be super dramatic all the time. Shaunie, Evelyn, and Tami, they go to some laser place. I guess it was like liposuction laser or something like that. And the place didn't even look like a real, like, official liposuction place. Like, you know how liposuction be looking like a doctor's office or something like that? This place looked like it was like a spa. Like, it looked mad unofficial. And Shaunie talked about, she heard about the place on Instagram. Who goes to other than like maybe Dr. Miami or something like that, or maybe that other guy that does teeth really good. I saw some guy doing like famous people's teeth. He looked like he was good. But I mean, it's a little like, you never know with Instagram, especially if you saw like an ad. I mean, people pay for those ads. So you can't really like, go off of those ads for real. So, Shaunie now, where was I at? So Malaysia, she's back again. It looks like this is going to be like now she's consistently on the show from this episode, well, from the last episode going forward. And she's there with Brandi. Yes, Brandi's still on the show. And Brandi, she orders like a gran marye. And you know what? I feel like I had a gran marye. It was probably like 5 years ago. It was a while ago when I used to drink some hard liquor. And let me tell you, that's like the one brown liquor other than some other brown liquor. I think it's like a blackberry brandy, but it's like some cheapy joint. But the Grand Marnier, honey, one of my friends, she had put me onto it. She was like, girl, you gotta taste this. I tasted it. It was like sweet. I'm like, that was like the first brown liquor. If I'm thinking of the same one, that I remember that it was just so good. Like, I didn't remember anything the next morning. I was just like a haze. Like, I don't even know how I got home. That's how good the drink was. That was back in my drink days, but I haven't had a drink in like a whole year. But yeah, that was back in those days, and I don't know why I'm telling y'all this story. It's just the name just kind of brought back some memories and some not so memories of things I don't remember. So back to this. So yeah, they sit down, they drink, and they talk. And Brandi did reveal to us that she lost her grandmother from cancer. And it kind of like a lot of the stuff that these people are going through. It's crazy how you can kind of relate to certain things. Because right now, my grandmother's actually going through cancer right now, breast cancer. And I was lucky enough to finally meet her in person. I went to St. Thomas 2 years ago. I'm not from St. Thomas. She's not either, but she migrated to St. Thomas, and we're actually from Montserrat. And she, it was just amazing to see her, to finally put a face with a voice. And, now she's really like going through it. It's hard for me to like speak to her because I'm so bad with like speaking to people when they're sick, and I never know or feel like I know the right words to say. And it's kind of like I stay away to avoid feeling like I don't know what to say, which is probably not the best thing to do, but I don't know how to handle those types of things. And, that's crazy. I don't even know what to say. Like I can't, there's no way to really explain it. It's just kind of like the way that I've kind of dealt with a lot of situations from when even like my adopted mother had passed away. That's kind of like how I dealt with it. I kind of wish I had dealt with it a little bit different, and I feel like I'm kind of repeating history right now. But yeah, her grandmother actually like recently passed away from cancer, and she said she was really close to her grandmother. So Jacki now brings Malaysia to hang out with all of the ladies, and Malaysia, she just kind of like vibes with everybody. Like, I don't see her having like any issue with any of them. Something that happened earlier was that Evelyn said that she wants to, well, we're going to actually get into that part in a minute. So yeah, Malaysia tells them that she's about to be moving to Atlanta, but she thinks she's going to be bi-coastal. Like, she's going to be doing both places or whatever. I mean, if you got the money, then why not? And plus, you still want to be on this show. If it's going to be in LA, you're going to have to go because this is still part of your brand, and this is what helped you to get where you got. And now you can even promote that on the show to get to the masses, So I doubt she's going to really want to just drop Basketball Wives just like that. She'll just most likely be, like we said, bi-coastal. So Jacki has a pout on and talking about, she don't really feel like, she feels some type of way that Malaysia's leaving. She wants to go with her. And Shaunie's like, but why do you feel that way? We're here for you. Why do you feel? She said that she feels alone. She said that she feels like, the other girls, like Tami, Evelyn, and Shaunie, they've known each other for like 10 years. They known each other for like a decade, and she's kind of like a newcomer, and she doesn't feel that special connection to them. Like, even with Shaunie, she doesn't really support her the way she supports the other girls. She doesn't like her pictures on Instagram. She's like, Instagram, no. Like, really, we gonna base our friendship off of Instagram? I mean, Instagram is real, y'all. Let me stop. I was thinking about something, but yeah, she was just kind of like, she doesn't feel the same way. And you can kind of see that there is a little bit of a divide or whatever, because you can tell that Shaunie is closer to the other two than she is with Jacki. Like, Jacki's more so there because she's crazy and she's entertainment. I don't feel like she's there because that's her ride or die chick or anything like that. And yeah, that's what she was pretty much saying. And then they seen some other girl. Her name was, what was her name? Saniyah. She introduces herself. I guess she on the show now too. And she was talking to some guy over there, and Tammy's just like, I think I know her from somewhere. And they all like, yeah, she that stylist and blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm like, y'all ain't slick. This was all planned. The person just lo and behold pops up at some restaurant that y'all sitting down and having a lunch at or dinner at. And then she pops up and she's part of the cast because you put her name up under there and she gets a confessional moment. Girl, bye. Y'all ain't slick. But we play along though. So yeah, they see her. They say, come here, girl. Hey, bro, come here. You know, like super ghetto, you know. And when she calls her over there, she kind of like, she talks to her and she's just like, oh, where you from? Like, and they say she's a stylist and stuff. And she says who she is. I guess she's had little run-ins or dealings with some players, as she said. And I'm wondering how this is all going to tie into each other. Because I usually when stuff like this happens, something messy goes along with it. So she probably talked to either Kristen's man, or maybe the other dude, what's his name? The one that was with Iggy, maybe him. Or I feel like it's gonna be somebody somewhere that she done talked to that's in the little circle. That's gonna make it a little bit messy. It gotta be something. So yeah, she introduces herself and they tell her that they want her to style somebody. They want her to style Cristen. I mean, Jacki's like, who? She's like, you wanted to style. She was like, whose idea was this? But then Jacki decides, you know what? I get myself into too much mix up, too much mess. So you know what? I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But you know what? This is not a good idea. I'll just put that out there because she don't like stuff like this. You be lucky if she don't punch you in your face. But okay, I'm gonna shut up now. And you know, I do feel like that's doing a little too much. Like, that is shady. And for Evelyn to kind of do that, knowing that this girl said that she just had a miscarriage not that long ago, she's still getting the baby fat off or the baby weight off or whatever, I feel like that's a little insensitive. You know what I mean? Because, and you being a woman who's been going through the struggle, you already know. Like, if you say, let's go on a shopping trip, or something like that, and you kind of suggest things like, oh, girl, this will look good on you. I mean, that's a little bit different as opposed to, oh, girl, you need a stylist. You know, I just feel like that's like a whole nother level of shade. Malaysia, she looks absolutely fabulous, and she goes to hang out with Miss Tami. And Tami and her just kind of get to talking, and she asks her, you know, like, did you give up Brandi yet? And she's like, no, that's my road dog. Like, Brandi ain't going nowhere. You know, and I like the fact that even though they were having this conversation, Malaysia, she was able to kind of just keep it kind of neutral, you know, by not offending Tami, allowing her to speak, but also not really engaging too much or showing like that much interest in the conversation for anyone to say you was allowing somebody to talk about me or you didn't have my back, or, you know, nobody could really say too much about Malaysia because even though she was sitting there, she wasn't really, I don't feel like she was really engaging in the conversation or showing much interest. And she said what she had to say in the confessional. So Tami kind of feels like Brandi was the person that was kind of looping and talking in what's the girl name? Duffy's ear and making her want to do stuff, you know, and saying, oh, girl, don't let her talk to you like that, and kind of, you know, riling her up and stuff, so that's the reason why she wanted to fight Tami. But Malaysia's just like, you know, she's a grown woman. She gonna do what she wanted to. Nobody can tell me, oh, go fight her. I'm gonna be like, you fight her if you want to fight her so badly. Like, unless I really want to, you can't tell me to do something that I don't want to do. And she was like, yeah, and you're you and you're not other people. And Tami said that she definitely liked Malaysia, but she definitely knows she doesn't like Brandi. She don't want her around her. But I mean, if you're going to be in this little circle here, y'all gonna all have to coexist somehow, some way, because you know how they be having those little trips and they have little gatherings, and every day they want to drink and go out and stuff like that for lunch, dinner, and breakfast, you know, having a drink. So yeah, this is definitely something that you're going to have to like kind of get used to. They did show the coming attractions for one of the ones that's coming up, and it did kind of look like when Brandi stepped into the scene, everybody kind of like vacated the premises, and it was just like, damn, that was kind of weird. You know, did she have that much of an effect on you guys that you had to like, that you can't even sit in the same room with her? Or are you just trying, or are you trying to like avoid conflict? If you're trying to avoid conflict, okay, I understand. But if you allow that somebody to have that much of, you know, an impact on your life where you have to like flee the place where you're hanging out and having a good time, then that's kind of sad and childish to me. Like, ain't nobody gonna make me move from some place that I'm at. I don't care who you are. Like, unless I feel like I'm about to whoop your butt, or I feel like I might just be going to jail tonight because I feel the rage. I feel the rage is coming. You know, I feel like it's starting to rush up, and it's like right here. I'm be like, you know what? Maybe I should just kind of step away for a moment. Like, that's the only way I could see somebody kind of like making me, not necessarily even making me, because at the end of the day, it's my choice what I want to do, but me getting up and moving from somebody who I feel like doesn't like me. Because, you know, no, it doesn't happen. Like, I'm one of those people, I'll sit there and I'll just smile. Like, I'll just be like, sucks to be you. I guess you're feeling a little uncomfortable here. I could still, like, have a conversation, smile, laugh, joke, and it'll be all gravy on my side. I won't even acknowledge your existence. Like, you'll be invisible to me. That's how it is. But yeah, some people can't do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about this episode down below. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.